How's it going, everyone? My name is Luxeley, and I'm going to go off the beaten path a little bit. Going to do something a little bit different because my conscience demands me to. Pewdiepie, which incidentally is an absolutely stupid fucking name, or I'll refer to him as Felix or Douchebag going forward because I think both are very appropriate. Before I go off on my rant, I want to say that Felix is not some hapless, talentless, or witless guy, like a lot of people might think. He has some talent. He has what I would call a Shakespearean talent. Now, I'm about to compare Felix to Shakespeare, yes. Shakespeare had a way of cracking people up with bathroom humor, but also cracking people up with this witty, intelligent humor. He had a way of throwing out some very in-depth, compelling characters and plots to stories, but he also had a way with sex, drugs, and rock and roll and sex and violence in his plays, too. He appealed to the masses. Of course, rock and roll wasn't a thing during Shakespeare, but if it was, it would have been in his plays. The point is, Felix appeals to the masses. He can make an 8-year-old crack up with his bathroom humor, and he can make a 40-year-old crack up with his wit and his observations because they're very, very keen. He deserves his success, and I understand he does a lot of good things with charities and for people, and kids love him and they admire him, and those are all things to respect. But I'm outraged about the lack of respect and the lack of character that he recently displayed. Now, I'm not sure how the time frame of all this works out. Matter of fact, you could go to his channel and you could look at these videos because it's very obvious that Felix just does not get enough attention. He needs more attention. Guys, I want you to take me seriously here. He only has 50 million subscribers. He needs more. Matter of fact, go there and tell him that Luxley sent you and leave a comment on his videos because it's very, very important that he gets more attention. He needs it. Because he made this video where he was talking about the recent changes in the YouTube algorithms and how it's hurting him. And this is not him going off on a tangent and talking about irrelevant things because H3H3 made a video about the same. Felix DeFranco, Emergency Awesome. They've noticed some changes. I've even personally noticed changes where I'm not getting as many subscribers, I'm not getting as many views, and a lot of people across YouTube are feeling that same kind of hurt and that same kind of pain, and PewDiePie's one of them. He only has 50 million subscribers. So you could go back there, you could see this video that he made. And in that video, he says he knows what it's like to have a dead-end shitty job. He's been there, okay? He's been there. He worked at a dead-end shitty job once. So he understands that, okay? So he knows what it's like to be a small YouTuber. He feels bad for the small YouTubers. Are you fucking kidding me? I live in New York. And I live in a town where Mariah Carey actually grew up. And it's legendary in the place where I get my hair cut that she used to work there many years ago. The stories go on through the generations. And she worked there for about a week and she got fired because she just didn't want to be there. She hated her job. She hated her life. And then next thing you know, she got a record contract and she's huge and famous. And maybe she was 10, 20 years ago, but whatever. She had her day in the sun. Is that what you're telling us, PewDiePie, that like you worked at a dead-end job for maybe a week, maybe a couple of days? You know what that's like? You don't know fucking shit. You really don't. I don't think you really know what it's like to struggle on YouTube. I don't think you know what it's like to kind of have that brass ring within your reach and you're gaining 500, 1,000 subs a month and all of a sudden you're just unplugged for whatever reason and you're going nowhere. And you haven't changed your content. You haven't changed anything. You're just going nowhere. You're dead. It's like hooking a fishing line and dropping it in the middle of the desert and hoping to catch a fish. That's your hope. That's your life. That's your day-to-day. Is that what you're telling us? You understand what it's like? You're a fucking dope. I mean, seriously. You've been there. You've done that. You know hardship. Fuck you. You don't know shit. I bring to the table a guy who's been around the block. I'm a guy who's been to the puppet show. I've seen the strings. I know the deal. Okay? I've taken some big risks and I played some big hands and I've lost. And I got back up and I tried again. And I played another big hand and I lost. And I got back up and I tried again. Because It's not about the results. It's not about the destination. It's not about winning or losing. It's not about success or failure. It's about the journey. It's about getting up and trying again. It's about giving it 100% because you love it. Not because it's what people expect from you, not because that's what it takes to be successful. You do it because you love it. And I'm sure that's why you do what you do. And I'm not contesting that. But what I am having a major issue with is that in one video, you're talking about you understand what it's like to be the little guy and struggle on YouTube and blah, 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 blah. And then in the next video, you're trolling everyone. I understand probably your intent is just simply to troll the media, all the media throughout the world, and generate all this attention and just kind of give a big middle finger up to everybody because to you it's just not that important. It's just not that big of a deal. But in the same process, you troll the people who support you. You troll the people who pop on to your videos and pledge their love and pledge their viewership and pledge their time on a daily basis. For what? So you can give everyone the middle finger and say fuck you? Let me give you a little bit of a lecture and lesson on true character because it's starting to become very evident to me. And I could be wrong, and I'd love to be proven wrong here. But it's starting to become very evident to me that you do not possess character, that you do not possess integrity at all. At all. And that's a problem, especially when you're setting an example to kids. I know I'm virtue signaling, but I'm also telling the truth here. When I worked on Wall Street, I worked for a guy, Mitch Tolan, who taught me not only about selling, not only about Wall Street, but taught me about life. And Mitch was a guy that basically walked in and he could just basically walk in and open a cup of coffee and he would make $500,000 a year. Not bad. Not bad at all. And one thing Mitch said was that he didn't care about the success. He didn't care about it because he knew in his heart that he possessed the talent, that he possessed the ability that if he lost it all, he could rise to the challenge and build it up from zero again. That, Felix, is true character. And it's something that you lack. That is integrity. And the thing is, when you keep crying wolf like you're doing, oh, at 50 million subs, I'm going to delete my channel. Ha, 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 trolled everybody. I deleted my old channel that I totally hate and really goes nowhere for me. So I trolled everybody and I'm smart. No, you're a fucking douchebag. You really are. I mean, all right, let me take that back. You're not a douchebag, but that move is definitely a douchebag move. It really is. It's not a measure of character because a true person of character, a true person of integrity, if they wanted to, they would delete their channel and they'd prove to everybody that they could get there again. Because if you only get there once, guess what? It's luck. And luck, my friends, without true sacrifice and pain will always, always run out. And maybe you know that you got lucky. And I'm not saying that you don't have the talent to stay there because you got to stay there. I don't care how you get there. I don't care how you have success. To maintain success, you have to have talent. So I'm pretty confident that if he actually did delete his channel, that he could start from zero and get himself up to 50 million again. Might take him a few years, but he could easily do it. But he doesn't have that character. He doesn't have that integrity. And the really, really sad thing about all this, which is what really compels me to make this video, is the fact that it doesn't matter to his fans. His fans know he's a troll. His fans know that he's just full of shit, that he's just constantly lying, that he's the boy crying wolf. It's part of the act. They all know that. But there's going to be a day, like there was a few weeks ago, when he's going to start talking about the algorithms on YouTube and how it's hurting him and how it's hurting, more importantly, the small YouTubers. And you know what? People aren't going to listen to him because he's a fucking douche and because he's a troll and he has no character and he has no integrity. I'm just pointing out the truth. Okay? I'm not the guy who invented this rainy day. I'm just the guy who sells the best umbrella and points out the truth here. I understand he does a lot for charity. I understand people admire him and he brings a lot of joy into their lives. And that's nothing to frown at. But there's another side to this, just like there's another side to us all. And that is, you don't bite the hand that feeds you. You don't turn around and stick a big middle finger up to the media of the entire world and throw your fans in under the bus with it. Because that's precisely what you did. Because you could. And that's what you wanted to show. But if you had true character and true integrity, you would delete your channel and you'd really prove to the world that you could build it up again. But we're not going there, are we? No, we're not. You know, hey, bro fist. Yeah, bro fist. Give me a fucking break, bro fist. Like you're somebody's friend. Like you really appreciate what it is that you have. You really don't give a fuck, do you? And that's pretty sad because one thing I've learned from Mitch is about character and integrity. And the other thing I've learned for myself from playing poker is how to spot a fake, how to spot a phony, how to spot someone when they're bluffing. I knew you were bluffing from day one. I mean, there was that little 1% voice in my head that said, maybe he's going to really delete his channel. Wouldn't that be great? Maybe I'll get like 500 views on one of my videos instead of 300. We can all dream, right? This other little voice in my head said, you know, maybe if he did delete his YouTube channel, he could start his own website and upload his own videos and get more revenues because he'll keep 100%. He doesn't have to have YouTube as a partner. Oh, gee, there's an idea. But no, he's not going to do that. He's not a true entrepreneur spirit. He is not someone who can build it up again because he knows part of it is luck. He knows part of it is luck. That's why. He doesn't have that character. He doesn't have that integrity. You know, I never want to make my channel about pointing out fakes or phonies or exposed because I'm about truth. I'm a guy who's, like I said, I've been to the puppet show. I've seen the puppet strings. I know how it is in life. I've played some very big hands in my life, and I know fake when I see it. And I've lost those hands, and I got up again. And that is true character, getting up when you get knocked down. Now playing this little game that, oh, I have success, and I don't give a fuck, and I'm going to delete my channel. I changed my mind. I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to delete my second channel that nobody watches. But what a douche. Yeah, bro fist. Bro fist, you're my friends. I love you guys. I love you guys. I love you so much that I'm going to lie to you and troll you and treat you like an idiot and pretend I'm going to delete my channel. Isn't that funny? No, it's not. Just being a douchebag. Luxley out.